I even went home to my mom and I was like, Mom, neighbor dad takes me to his class and I interact, and this girl sits in the corner. She's really pretty. I wanna marry her. That's what I told my mom. Yes. Hey, hello, welcome. Don't skip. I mean, if you are watching me for the first time, thanks, and let's talk. So I am here today to talk about the first time I had a crush on someone. I was literally this little, not literally actually, but I was very small, okay, and I was 4 or 5 years old. And if you're wondering that you had a crush at that age, I'm like, yes. I mean, I didn't know what to name that feelings. I didn't even know about love stories or anything. I used to see those in movies, right? And I was like, okay, would I have ever experienced love in my life? And yes, those were the feelings in my head. And then I used to be a very intelligent student. I mean, not right now. I'm washed. Or literally, I'm washed right now. But when I was a kid, I was usually smarter than my classmates. So no, I wouldn't say that. I was just book smart. Okay, my classmates were so many times mature than me. Okay, I don't wanna say that I am better than everyone. Okay, so what I mean is that my maths was really good, and in my neighborhood I used to hang out with a family a lot because when I was a child, my mom, she had some training and she was in somewhere else. So as a child, they used to leave me in that family, and I grew up calling them dad and mom as well. My dad and mom and this family as my dad and mom, but for here I would call my neighbor dad. Okay, yeah, just cope with it. Okay, my neighbor dad. So he knew that I was so good at maths, and I will tell you about how good I was at maths and how lazy I got in another video. But in this one, so what happened that he when I used to not go to school, he would take me to this particular class, which is fourth grade, and he used to teach in that class, and I used to answer the questions, and he used to be very intrigued with me, like this kid is very talented, so I will take him. And of course he knew me. I grew up, and he really loved me a lot. Like right now, for some unfortunate reasons, he's not with me, but I really miss him. But yeah, he used to love me a lot, and he used to take me to the class, and we used to hang out. Like I used to answer some questions. I used to sit there because they were just like small kid calculations, and yeah, that was a fun time I used to have. And he used to like really interact with me, and me, I used to not notice anyone in the class. I mean, I knew that how people were like answering, how the school works, how the classroom works, but I never really experienced the kind of friendship because they were all older than me, and I was just a small kid to them. And so, in that class, in the front row of girls, there were 4 girls or 5 girls sitting. Okay, I cannot particularly remember, but yeah, a group of girls. And in the exact corner, there was this girl that I saw, and I saw her so many times. She used to answer the questions and she used to interact a lot. All the teachers would love her. So I was like, oh my god, I really like this girl. Like I mean, that's not what I thought. As a kid, I was like, oh my god, she is so pretty, she is so sweet. Yeah, I used to blush. I mean, blush, but not. I used to not make the embarrassing face or anything. I did not even realize that I used to blush. I was like, that's what I would do. And yeah, she used to sit there, and I used to notice her. I was like, oh, she is pretty. And in that time, I had so much guts. Okay, so much guts. Like I even went home to my mom, and I was like, Mom, neighbor dad takes me to his class, and I interact, and this girl sits in the corner. She's really pretty. I wanna marry her. That's what I told my mom. Yes. And my mom was like, oh, you wanna marry someone? Oh, please. please let her come to home. So I decided that I would bring her my home to meet my mom. Okay, that's what I decided. And then one day, me and my neighbor dad were going for grocery shopping, and he was like, I was walking beside him. I was this little, and he was so big. So yeah, it was a little walk, and then I was suddenly like, Dad, that girl who sits in the corner, who is so pretty, what's her name? So my dad said one name. Let's say, let me think of a name. Yes, Pia. I literally googled her names because I could not think of any name which would not be too hard to pronounce. So Pia, okay, Pia. I'll write the name down, Pia. So let's call her Pia. So my dad was like, neighbor dad, he was like, oh, that girl, oh, her name is Pia. Then I'm like, oh, that Pia, that I wanna marry her. Okay, I am gonna marry her when I grow up. Then I was like, oh, really? You are gonna marry her? He was looking down at me and like, okay, you are gonna marry her. Then I'm like, yeah, right, I'm gonna marry her. Then, days passed, and like, I don't know, 1 week, 2 week, I used to always go to the class, so I used to notice her all the day. And there is this peculiar smell, I remember, that like this was a smell of a particular flower that we in my school, whenever there are festivals, we use so much flowers to celebrate any type of festivals, right? So if whatever flower, I don't know the flower yet, but I still sometimes like get this scent, this peculiar smell, and it reminds me of her. Okay, so that time that flower was very vastly found around my around that school particularly. And so during the time of festivals, I used to smell this flower along with C, like her with her friend. They would be moving around collecting the flowers, plucking the flowers for the festival, because the scholar students, they collect, generally they do the work when they're small, right? Like I was small, very small for them, but look at them, they are the kids of 4th grade. Okay, so 4th grade kids, like primary level elementary kids, which is like very small. So teachers used to let them pluck the flowers and do this and that during the time of festivals, right? So yes, this is the story when I remember her. Like nowadays also I remember, like it reminds me of her whenever I smell, okay, that flower. But anyways, let's moving forward. So one day I was like, I approached her. I was so small, so cute for them. So they're like, they smiled at me because they knew that, oh, this guy sits in our class, is a small kid, but he's intelligent. So I went to them, hey, I did not call her name, so I directly approached her and her friend group. They were playing. I'm like, hey, you wanna come to my my home to play with me? They saw me, this is like a little kid asking us, like this kid is 4 years younger than us, because I was 4 at that time and they were 8. I guess, yeah. So our age difference was 4 years old. Okay, so I was very cute little kid to them. So they were like, okay, little one, we will go. They knew my name, so yeah, little one, we will go, come to play with you. And actually, though, that not that day, but the next day they came to my house. We were playing. We were playing for long, and then I did not believe that they would come, but they actually came. That I somehow made it happen. I was playing with my crush and her sister, her friends. Okay, her friends, and all of her enjoying. And then suddenly it was time to take a break, and my mom was in the middle making something for all the girls, for five girls I think, and I was beside my mom, like right next to my mom, and all of them were sitting, like standing. Okay, all of us are standing, me and mom in the middle, and they are making a circle around us. And because mom was gonna serve something to the girls, because she was also surprised, like why these girls came to my house to play with my son. Well, what happened? So they told my mom that your son invited us to play with him, so we came. Then my mom was like, okay. And also I told my mom that, hey mom, I wanna marry Pia. Pia is this beautiful girl from that class. I wanna marry her. I already told you that I told my mom, but I also told her the name. So my mom was like, hey girls, who is Pia among you? And I was like, oh my god, my mom is gonna talk about me. And then suddenly, the girl next to my crush is like, I'm Pia. I was confused. Like, what? You are Pia? I thought my crush was Pia, because my crush was right next there, and Pia was there. So Pia was like, I am Pia, and my mom even told her that, oh, you are Pia. Yeah, you are beautiful. My son wants to marry you. I'm like, I don't want to marry her. But I did not say that. For some reason I did not say that, and for some reason my mom went with it, and I also went with it. Nobody said anything. It wasn't awkward at all. They were smiling. They were just like smiling. The Pia was not awkward, but she was not smiling either. And my crush, who was next to her, she was also smiling. She was like, oh, look at this little like gremlin. He has a crush and he wants to marry, and he has the guts to tell his mom. Oh my god, they were all smiling, okay? And me, I did not say anything. I was like, okay, my crush name is not Pia. It's alright. So Pia is a different girl. I did not even correct my mom that, oh, Pia is not the one that I wanna marry. I wanna marry the girl next to her. I did not say anything like that. And then also the next day, I realized that Pia is the girl that my neighbor dad thought that I was talking about, because according to him, Pia was probably the prettiest girl, but for me, it was not Pia. Let's call my crush Dia. Yeah, Dia. Dia was my crush. She was standing next to Pia, and Dia is a woman, the girl, 8-year-old girl. Okay, when I was 4, don't take it otherwise. Okay, when I was 4, this 8-year-old girl Dia, I wanted to marry. But I never corrected my mom or clarified that I wanted to marry Dia. Dia doesn't know. My mom doesn't know. My neighbor dad doesn't know. Nobody knows. Only I know. And nobody has even like remembers that story. I have told 1 or 2 of my friends. That's it. But it is a very funny. But it was my first crush. Okay. So she was like super pretty. I still remember her face, the fragrance she gives when she walks, but I still don't know where she is. Probably she got married because when I went to school, then in my 5th grade there was this exam that is like a very difficult entrance exam, and among every district 40 students are selected to go to this like advanced school. I went there after my 5th grade, and after my 5th grade I really didn't have any connection with my village or anything, so I went there, I studied there. After I came back, I have been staying outside. I have never stayed in my village for a long time. And what happens to the people in my village, so many people have gone with their boyfriends, like my friends in my village I'm telling about, and so many of my friends in my classmates, they are getting married. So many people are vanishing, but I still remember so much stuff from my childhood, and she was my first crush. When I grow up, I really realized that, oh, she was my first crush, and everything about her, every memory I have about her is pleasant. Okay, after that I experienced love, but that was not pleasant at all. That was very very bittersweet, because in the beginning it would be sweet, and in the time of end, because it ended, it would be bitter. But that story though, very very like close to my heart. So that's what I wanted to tell in this story time. So if you listen until now, thanks for listening, and if you like the story, please like the video if you wanna. Okay, see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye.